The point is, when someone asks you a question, you want to have an end result in your mind. What is the end result? That you want him to become Muslim. So when he asks you a question, for example, why do you pray? Why do you fast? Why? You want to stop answering, you want to pause, you want to ask him a question. Because when you give da'wah, the person who asks the question is the person in control of the conversation. Islam is the way of life that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the first man, that was his religion. From Adam all the way until the Prophet Muhammad, they all had the same message. Okay? We know Islam is true. Now, what if someone came, someone very mean, someone very ugly in his character, and he's telling you truth. He's saying, people, hey, you stupid person, say la ilaha illallah. Will anyone accept his message? He's saying the true thing, but he's saying it in a very ugly way. So no one will want to listen to him. Correct? We love our non-Muslim human counterpart. We love good for them. We want them to become Muslim. We don't want them to go to hell, right? If you want the non-Muslim, the regular non-Muslim, not the one that wants you to die and you want you to go to hell. No. I'm talking about the regular non-Muslim. If you want him to go to hell, you have a problem in your mind. You have a problem in your heart. This is the illness you have. The regular non-Muslim, you should want good for him. You should want him to enter Jannah. You should want him to enter the Jannah and the Dunya before the Jannah and the Akhirah. What is the Jannah and the Dunya? The Jannah and the Dunya is when you enter Islam. Because these people, the people that don't know Islam, they're in Jahannam. Right now they're in Jahannam. Because they don't have Iman. Bismillah, salatu salam ala Rasulillah. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. It's just going to be us uncles. So, did any of you guys come last time? No? Okay, no problem. So last week we went over, it's a da'wah course, okay? We went over what is da'wah and why we give it, okay? So today we're going to go over the three things. The call, the caller, and the called, okay? So bismillah, we're going to cover today the call, which is the contents of the message of da'wah. Why do we call people to Islam? And then the caller, the du'at. How should we be as du'at? People that call people to Islam. And then number three, the called. Who are we talking to? The non-Muslims, right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says to the Prophet ﷺ, in the Quran, He says, this is my way. Say, O Prophet, this is my way. I invite to Allah with insight. I and those who follow me. Glory be to Allah. And I am not one of the polytheists. So this verse says that Allah tells the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ to call Allah, that the call is to Allah. So for the Prophet to call the people to worship Allah, okay, and to single out Allah for all of their worship, and reject any other and everything that opposes that, okay. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, I did not create the jinn and humankind except to worship me. So that's the message of Islam. That's the content of Islam. That is what the call is. Okay? And that's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala called and sent every messenger to do. Every time Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent a messenger to His people, the main mission of this messenger was to call the people and tell the people to worship Allah. Okay? The first thing that it's okay, we don't need it, I think.
Okay, fine.
I think, it's only a little bit of people anyways. It's going to be a small group today. So the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he sent one of the Sahaba, his name was Mu'adh bin Jabal, okay? He sent him to Yemen as a da'i, to call the people of Yemen to Islam. And when he sent him away, he told Mu'adh, radiallahu anh, you are going to a people of the book. Because in Yemen, what was their religion before Islam?
Christians.
There are Christians? What about Uncle? Christians? What else?
Jews.
There was Jews in Yemen, yeah. There was a huge amount of Jews in Yemen. So these Christians, these Jews, they're the people of the book, right? So the Prophet told Mu'adh, you're going to a people of the book, so let the first thing you call them to is, there's none worthy of worship except Allah. Let that be the first thing you talk to these people about. About what? Tawheed. Okay, this is the main thing. He said, Ya Mu'adh, the first thing you need to do is talk to the people about Tawheed, okay? So when we speak to the non-Muslims, that should be our main focus. Our main focus is telling these people about Allah, telling these people about Tawheed, telling these people that you need to worship Allah alone, okay? What was your name, brother? Fadl. Okay. Now, the call or the da'wah to the non-Muslims, it is calling them to this Tawheed. What it isn't is us calling them to different things. Calling them to a different sect, calling them to maybe your culture, calling them to your idea of Islam, which might not be what Islam really is. Okay? And it's very important that when we call these people to Islam, we have to have insight, and we're going to cover that in a second. What is insight? But Aisha radiallahu anha, the wife of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the mother of the believers, she said that if Allah or if the Quran was to come down in the way that it didn't, and it came down straight away saying, do not drink khamr, do not drink alcohol, and do not eat riba, do not take loan or interest, the people wouldn't have accepted. The people would have accepted straight away. But how did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala send the message? He sent it in steps. He sent it gradually. So the first thing that Allah sent to the Muslims was about heaven, was about hell, about these big belief, these big aqidah ideas, to where people can be scared of the hell and be hopeful about the heaven, to where when later on judgments came, it was easier for them to accept. Okay? So that shows us that what? That there's a wisdom. There's a wisdom in how we speak to people. We have to speak to them according to their knowledge. We have to speak to them. We have to know where they're coming from. We have to know what they believe. We have to know what they know about Islam. We can't go to someone straight away, a Christian, and say, yes, this is Islam. You can't drink alcohol. Okay? He's gonna run away from you. He's not gonna accept Islam. But what we do is when we speak to the Christian straight away, we talk to him about Allah. We talk to him about Tawheed. We talk to him about the main core message of Islam. So we have to have wisdom in how we speak to these people. And there's things in priority. There's things that we speak to them about in priority. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. If you talk to them about number 5, they're not going to accept anything. They're going to run away from you. Okay? Does that make sense? Yeah. So the call, like I said earlier, the call is with basira. What is basira? It's insight. That means you need to know, you have to understand what you're calling these people to. You can't just, you don't have to be a scholar to give dawah. But you have to have a basic understanding of Islam, and you should know what is your goal. What is your goal speaking to this individual? So you have to have a sort of insight. You have to know the context of the people as well. So this means that we need to understand what we're calling to. How can we call people to Allah if we don't know who Allah is? How can we tell people to come to Islam if we don't know what Islam is? Right? So we need to know these things. We need to know a basic understanding of these things. Now, calling these people to Islam, there's different ways of doing it. Okay? Now, who thinks the best way to give da'wah is by just giving good arguments? Raise your hand if you think so. Like give good logical arguments. That's the best way to give da'wah. Fadl, what do you think?
I'm not sure.
Because in da'wah, are you familiar with some da'wah? Have you seen people give da'wah? The most things is, giving arguments, logical arguments. 1 + 1 is 2, therefore 2 is 2. Right? Do you think that's the best way to give da'wah? Giving hard proofs and logical evidences? Yeah? Okay. What about you, uncle? What do you think?
The way how to give dawah.
Do you think that giving logical arguments is the best way to give da'wah?
First we should understand them, what type.
Yes.
Yeah, first we should understand.
Beautiful, yeah.
First we should understand
Who they are.
who who they are.
Okay, yes, good, yeah.
Most important thing that when we go to them, we should go to with the people whose language they understand.
Yes,
That's very important.
yes, that is very important. And then what's next? The logical argument? The reason why I'm asking is because there's three types of individuals that we speak to. Humans, there's three ways you can attack them, right? Intellectually. Don't go punch people, okay? So you can come to someone and they call it, these are like modes of persuasion. How can you persuade someone to do something? There's a type of, they call it ethos, which is a credibility. Like if a doctor comes and he gives a khutbah, all right? Or maybe a doctor comes and he says, listen uncle, you've been eating too much biryani, all right? Your cholesterol is a little high. You have to stop eating, shorten biryani a little bit. You're gonna listen to him, right? Right? Why are you gonna listen to him? Because he's a doctor, right? He's a professional. So because of his credibility, we're gonna listen to him. We're gonna trust him. Some people, they're gonna listen because of that. Some people no. Some people, they're logical. When you tell them a logical argument, they're gonna accept that faster. They don't care if you're a doctor. They don't care if you're a crazy guy, under the bridge. If you say something that's logical, they're gonna say, that makes sense. And they're gonna accept it. This is the logical type of person. So far we said two people. Who are they, Fadl? The two people we discovered.
So someone who is logical.
Someone who's logical, yes. Number two?
Number two.
The two modes of persuasion.
With open mind. One should be with open mind.
Yes. But the first person, how will he accept something? It's because he sees someone is credible. He sees, okay, this is a doctor. I'm going to listen to him, right? The next person, he says what? This is a good argument. I'm going to listen to him. And then there's a third person. The third person is when we use emotion with them. They listen to emotion. They don't care about logic. They don't care if you're a doctor, Fadl, okay? They care about if you care. Does this person, you da'i Fadl, do you care about me? If they sense that you care about them, they're going to accept what you say. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So who are the three people? Shuja, tell us.
The credible, the emotional, and the
Intellectual. Yeah. Okay, good. Does that make sense, y'all? Can you guys come to the front, please? Fadl? Just so we can get closer. Can you come, uncle? Can you come to the front? So I can see your face better? Okay, your legs, no problem, no problem. How about you? What's your name? Behind you. What's your name? Yes. Huh? Bikai? Mikhail. Like the angel, huh? Okay, Mikhail, come to the front, please. We want to talk to Mikhail. Okay, good. How old are you, Mikhail? 9? Okay, mashallah. So you're a big man now, huh? Okay, good. What is this course about? Do you know, Mikhail? What is this course about? This course, what is this? What are we talking about today? Do you know?
About the different type of people, like how we convert people to Islam.
Yes. What is that called?
Dawah.
Dawah, yes. Good. Have you gave da'wah yet or no? Okay. After today, what are you going to do? Inshallah. You're going to start giving da'wah, right? Okay, good. What about you? What's your name?
Walid.
Walid? Are you going to start giving da'wah?
Inshallah.
Okay. Okay, so guidance, now we have to realize something, okay? Guidance, when we give da'wah to people, we guide them. Do we guide them to Islam? What do you think? Do we put guidance in their hearts? Can we do that, Mikhail? Can we do that, Fadl?
Not on the first steps.
Can we put iman in their hearts?
Yeah, we can.
We can?
Slowly.
Okay. What do you think, uncle? Can we put iman in their hearts forcibly? Can we make you become mu'min?
Just give the message.
Allah only does.
Allah only does. Okay? Only Allah can guide. The guidance, it only comes from Allah. Our job is very simple. Just like what the Prophet Muhammad did. Allah said, indeed, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you do not guide whom you like, but Allah guides whom He wills. You don't guide who you love. Only Allah guides. Who was the most beloved person to the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ when he was in his life, when he was in Mecca? Does anyone know? His uncle, right? You said Abu Bakr? That's true. But before Abu Bakr, Abu Talib. Who is Abu Talib? Mikhail? You know? He's his uncle. He's the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, his uncle, okay? Abu Talib, basically he raised the Prophet Muhammad. Ever since, I think he was your age actually, right? How old was the Prophet Muhammad when Abu Talib took him in? His mother died when he was 6.
Yes.
And then he went to the care of his grandfather, Abdul Muttalib, until he was
I think 8.
8? And then he was with Abu Talib, right? From that age, all the way until the death of Abu Talib took care of the Prophet Muhammad. So the Prophet Muhammad, he loved Abu Talib. Even though Abu Talib, he never accepted Islam. He never became Muslim. But even when he was a non-Muslim, he protected the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. He protected him from the people wanting to hurt him. He protected him from the people that were trying to verbally abuse him. Right? And the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he wanted his uncle to become Muslim so much. يعني, you can only imagine. You can only imagine. Imagine someone raised you. You know, you love this person so much. You can only imagine how he wanted him to become Muslim. And on his deathbed, Abu Talib's deathbed, the Prophet Muhammad was next to him, and the leaders of Quraysh were there as well. The non-Muslims, of course, the enemies of Islam. And the Prophet Muhammad told Abu Talib, "Oh uncle, just say La ilaha illallah. Just say this one sentence. Just say this one sentence, so I can have an argument to give Allah on the Yawm al-Qiyamah. Just say one sentence." And the people, the non-Muslim leaders, they were convincing Abu Talib. They said, "Are you going to leave the religion of your forefathers when you're going to die?" And Abu Talib, he ultimately said, "I will die on what my forefathers believed." He never accepted Islam. But what is the point? The Prophet Muhammad loved Abu Talib so much. And even when he loved him so much, he couldn't make him Muslim. So what does that tell us? We can't physically guide the people. Our job is very simple. What is our job? We just tell them about Islam. We just give the message of Islam. The guidance, who does it come from? Allah, ultimately, right? Okay. So our duty is just to convey the message. Our duty is just to convey the message. Now the best way to present Islam is very simple. What is the best way that we present Islam? Because maybe, most times we don't argue with people. We don't stop people and say, "Hey, listen to what I have to say." Most people, they see us at work, they see us in school, right? They see us if we go to the gym. So what's the best way we can convey Islam? Who can answer?
Be an example. To be an example.
To be an example, yes. How can we be an example, Uncle?
To be honest, to do the right thing.
Yes. Yes. Your character, basically, right? Your character. Because the non-Muslims, and this is a good quote by Khabib. You guys know Khabib, the fighter? The UFC fighter? He said what? He said non-Muslims, they don't read the Quran. They don't read Hadith. They read you. They see your personality. They see you, Mikhail. They say, Mikhail, is he a liar? Is he a truthful person? Right? And they see you're truthful, obviously, right? They want to be like you. Say, why is Mikhail always so truthful? Why does he never lie? Oh, he's Muslim. And then they'd be interested in Islam. So the best way that we practically give da'wah is by our character. Being good people, being honest people. That's the best way to give da'wah. And the best person that was like that was the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. He had the best of character. Now, that was the call. That was the first part, the call. So what is the call? The call is the message. And we're going to cover the caller, the da'i, all of us. So here's a discussion. What are the key characteristics needed for a da'i? Let's get 5 characteristics. Who can give the first characteristic? Go, uncle.
Knowledge.
Knowledge, be knowledgeable. Okay. Number 2,
Honesty.
honest, be an honest person. Number 3, Ali.
Be good with articulating the way you convey the message.
Be what?
Be very clear in conveying the message.
Okay. Be clear. Okay.
Persuasive, yeah.
Politeness.
Be polite. Okay. That's very good as well.
Iman.
What is it?
Iman.
Iman.
Good Iman.
Have good iman. That's true as well, yeah. So have good iman, be honest, be polite. What else?
Character.
Huh?
Character.
Good character. Mikhail? What's a characteristic you need to give da'wah?
You need to be honest and kind.
Honest and kind?
Good deeds.
Okay, that's good. That's true. All of that's true. Because imagine if someone came, because obviously we all know Islam is true, right? Islam is the religion, Islam is the way of life, that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the first man, that was his religion. From Adam all the way until the Prophet Muhammad, they all had the same message. Okay? We know Islam is true. Now, what if someone came, someone very mean, someone very ugly in his character, and he's telling you truth. He's saying, people, hey, you stupid person, say la ilaha illallah. Will anyone accept his message? He's saying the true thing, but he's saying it in a very ugly way. So no one will want to listen to him. Correct? So you need to have the right character, you need to be honest, you need to be polite. That's something that we all need to strive to be. And then number 2, another characteristic is sincerity. We all need to be sincere when we give da'wah. We all need to work on being sincere. All of us. And because the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he said, your action is based and it's judged based on your intention. Based on your intention. So if you have an ugly intention and you're trying to do something good, you think you're going to get a good deed? Like what if someone wants to give sadaqah? Right? He wants to give sadaqah. But his intention is, I want the people to say, oh, look at this guy. He's very pious. And that's his intention. That's in his depth of his heart. Do you think he will get a good deed for that? No. Why not?
Because he's showing off.
He's showing off, right? His intention isn't pure. It's not only for Allah, all right? So that's the same thing with da'wah. And there's a very scary hadith that what? That the first people on the Day of Judgment who will be resurrected will be one that died as a martyr. And he will be brought and Allah will make known to him his favors and he will recognize them. And Allah will say to this person, and will say, and what did you do about them? He said, I fought for your sake, Ya Allah, and I died as a martyr. This person will say. Imagine, this person, he died like on the highest level as a martyr in the way of Allah. And Allah will raise him. And he will say, what did you do in your life? He said, Ya Allah, I fought in your way. I fought and I died in your way. And he say, and Allah will tell him, you lied. You lied. You did that so people can say, he was a very brave man. And they did say that. And Allah will command for this person to go to the hellfire. Look how scary that is. It's very scary. It's very scary. If our intentions are wrong, we cannot get anything. So we have to always make dua, Ya Allah, make our intention clean, make our intention purely for your sake. We have to always remind ourselves and do that, okay? And you need to be very genuine with the people too. You know, when you talk to people, you know, people can sense when you're being fake, right? You guys know, everyone knows when you have that one friend or one person in your friend group and he just talks. There's no meaning with what he says. It just sounds like fake, all right? Uncle, have you seen that before? Have you seen that in your circles before, ever? It's like this person, I feel like he's just talking. He's not being sincere, right? And the people, they feel that. The non-Muslims, they know that when you speak to them. But when you're sincere with the non-Muslim, they feel this person, oh, he really cares about me. He really wants to, you know, he's really trying to share something with me. Uncle, can you come to the front, please? I want to see your face.
No problem.
Please.
I come late, so I
You need to come to the front. Again, uncle, what was your name?
Me, Muhammad Abdul Latif.
Muhammad. Uncle Muhammad. Okay. So we should be sincere when we give da'wah. Because uncle, the people, they read you. The people, they feel your intention, right? When you speak to them, they feel what you mean. Correct? Correct? Yes. And when we speak to the people as well, we should know the basics of Islam. We don't need to be very advanced. We need to know the basics. That, oh people, Allah is one. We need to worship Allah. We need to follow His prophets. This is the basic message of Islam. We don't need to go too in depth. We don't need to be too complicated. Because the message of Islam is very simple. Very simple. All the prophets, what did they tell their people? Who can tell me? Uncle Muhammad, what did the prophets tell their people?
Three common dawah was the dawah of all the Anbiya Karam, all the prophets from Adam alayhi salam to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam.
What were they?
These are three. Dawah Tawheed.
Tawheed.
Dawah Risalat or Nabuwah.
What is it?
Risalat and Nabuwah.
Okay, the Risala, yes.
Yeah, the same thing. And the Dawah al-Akhirah.
About al-Akhirah.
Dawah lil-Akhirah.
Yes.
The life of Akhirah.
Beautiful, beautiful.
These three are the basic dawah, main dawah of all the prophets.
This was the main message. They came to their people. They said, oh my people, stop worshipping rocks and stones and men. Worship Allah. That's number one. And they told them, number two, you will be resurrected after you die. This is something they all tell their people. When we die, it's not the end. Allah will hold us to account. You did good, you did bad. Correct? So this needs to be our da'wah to the non-Muslims. It needs to be very simple, very concise, so they understand the basic understanding of Islam. Okay? And number 3 or 4 is when we give da'wah to the people, shuja', we need to be very patient. Would you agree?
Yes.
What is give us some examples of you showing patience when you give da'wah. Give us some, maybe someone rude came to you one time. Tell us. Because Brother Shuja', Brother Ali, they give da'wah on the weekend.
We have many stories, but the idea is, as Brother Khalid said, we always try to win the person, not win the argument.
Yeah.
Right? You when somebody is in a heated state, you don't want to, you can't fire with fire. There are other tricks to do, but you don't engage like that.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a specific story?
To avoid the debate.
Yes.
To avoid the dispute or debate.
Yes.
I mean, I have many things, people, Zionists come up and other stuff, and,
Yes.
and we say let's talk about history, let's
Yes.
talk about facts.
So they come to you very rude, right?
Yeah, very rude, very aggressive.
And then when someone comes to you rude,
Yeah.
what is your reaction to them? Are you rude with them back?
No, I'm calm.
You're calm?
I know my stuff, and then I engage their mind. That's
You
my idea.
Okay, good, yeah.
They're not engaging their mind. I force them to engage their mind and think about things, and
Yes.
then, they calm down.
Yeah, that's true. The point is that all the prophets, and we're all less than the prophets. All the prophets are better than us. All the prophets, they dealt with people that wanted to kill them. And being aggressive and mean, the worst level of it is someone trying to kill you. Would you all agree?
Yes.
The lesser level is them cursing at you and hitting you. All the prophets, they wanted to kill them. So the prophets, all the prophets, they had a level of patience that we need to emulate, right? We need to emulate their patience. And whenever you give da'wah, you have to be patient. You cannot, because you have to think about the bigger goal. If someone comes to you very rude and he's a non-Muslim, he doesn't know about Islam. And because he's very rude to you, you lose your patience and you just want to be rude to him back. But if you do that, what's going to happen?
He won't convert.
You're going to lose him. He's not going to want to become Muslim.
He may hit you.
Huh?
He may hit.
What is it?
The non-Muslim, if the Muslim becomes rude,
Yes.
the non-Muslim may beat him. Sometimes it happens.
Yeah. They could, yeah, they could. But no one's going to beat us, brother, uncle. We're strong people. All right? Especially you. No one's going to touch you. My point is, uncle, is that, yes?
It has been taught to us earlier when Prophet ﷺ
Sallallahu
went to
Alaihi
Taif. He was hit.
Yeah?
He was hit and he was blood of it.
Yes.
But he did not curse them.
Yes. Subhanallah. That's a great example.
Very good example.
That's a great example.
He said, if these do people not accept, the generation will accept Islam.
Allahu Akbar. What kind of patience is that? Look at this. Look at this. This is like thinking in a future patience. In Taif, when the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ went to the people of Taif, they threw rocks at him. They rejected his message. They didn't want to hear him. Until the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, they said the blood filled his shoes. The blood filled his shoes from how much they hit him. The angels, they came to him, they said, Ya Rasulullah, just tell us. And because Taif is between mountains, the city. They said, just give us the word. We're going to crush these people. Done, finished. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he said, no, don't. What did he say, uncle?
If they don't follow, the coming generations will come.
If they don't become Muslim, these people now, the following generation, they're going to become Muslim.
This is true now.
This is true, exactly. All Taif is all Muslim for generations. But what does it show? It shows patience. And this is something we need. We have to be very patient with the non-Muslim when you give da'wah to them, okay? And you also need to be very kind. You need to be very gentle with the people. You know, when you convince someone of something, you have to be a little assertive. You know, you can't be too weak. You can't be, because they're not going to respect you. You have to be a little assertive, but you also have to be kind with your assertiveness. You have to be kind. You have to make them feel like Fadl, right? Yeah. You have to make them feel like Fadl, he actually cares about me. He's a very kind person. He wants me to be better. He wants me to enter Jannah. They have to feel this from you when you speak to them. So you have to have a natural love of hidayah for the people. And who can remind us of the hadith when the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he said, none of you will believe until you love for your brother, what? Or you love for yourself. And then Imam Nawawi, one of the Islamic scholars, he said this word brother, it doesn't necessarily mean your Muslim brother. It can mean your brother in humanity, your human brother, and that can include the non-Muslim. So that means we love our non-Muslim human counterpart. We love good for them. We want them to become Muslim. We don't want them to go to hell, right? If you want the non-Muslim, the regular non-Muslim, not the one that wants you to die and we want you to go to hell, no. I'm talking about the regular non-Muslim. If you want him to go to hell, you have a problem in your mind. You have a problem in your heart. This is the illness you have. The regular non-Muslim, you should want good for him. You should want him to enter Jannah. You should want him to enter the Jannah and the Dunya before the Jannah and the Akhirah. What is the Jannah and the Dunya? Who can tell me? There's a Jannah and the Dunya. Shuja'?
The Jannah and the Dunya?
There's a Jannah and the Dunya, yeah. There's a Jannah and the Akhirah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And we want them to go there. But there's also a Jannah and the Dunya. What is it? Do you know?
Hollywood.
What do you mean Hollywood?
Riyadul Jannah? Their type, I guess.
No, bro. That's Jahannam, bro. What do you mean?
Riyadul Jannah?
Huh?
Riyadul Jannah?
That's I didn't think about that. That is true. He said the Rawdah of the Prophet Muhammad. That is true. I'm thinking about something else. The Jannah and the Dunya is when you enter Islam. Because these people, the people that don't know Islam, they're in Jahannam. Right now they're in Jahannam. Because they don't have Iman. You see what I'm saying? When you as a da'i, as a future da'i, when you invite people to Islam, they become Muslim, it's as if you gave them Jannah. It's as if they entered Jannah and they're in the Dunya. Subhanallah. Right? Because now they're going to be Muslim. Now they're going to live their life as a Muslim. Now they're going to pray their salah. Now they're going to be connected to Allah. Do you see what I'm saying? So they enter the Jannah of this dunya before they die. And when they die, they enter Jannah and Akhirah. How beautiful is da'wah? Isn't that so beautiful? Subhanallah. Isn't that beautiful, Mikhail?
Yeah.
Isn't that something you would love to do?
Yeah.
To give these people Jannah in the dunya? Does that make sense, guys? And when you look at Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaking about kindness, who is the most evil man in history? Uncle, tell me. Fir'aun. Alright? He was if not the most evil man in history. We see Netanyahu and these people, they're terrible people. But Fir'aun is worse. We can only imagine what Fir'aun did. Alright? Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He sent Musa and He sent someone else with him. Who was it? Harun. Who's Harun? His brother, right? He sent them to Fir'aun and he told them what? What did he tell them?
Allah?
Yeah. He sent them to tell Fir'aun about Allah. How did he tell them to tell Fir'aun about Allah, Wakil? Talk to them gently. Okay? You need to be kind, you need to be gentle. Allah sent the prophets, sent Musa, sent Harun, may peace be upon them, to Fir'aun, the worst of the creation. And he said, when you go to Fir'aun, speak to him kindly, speak to him very kindly, so he may accept the message. Look at this. Look then if Musa was sent to Fir'aun and said, be a little kind with him, be gentle with him, how should we be when we speak to them? We should be as well, very kind, very gentle. And then the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he said, nothing will be heavier on the day of resurrection in the scale of the believer than good manners. Nothing will be heavier than good manners. Look, subhanAllah. You being a good-mannered person, nothing's going to be heavier on the scales than this. So we should have good manners as well. Right, Shuja'? And subhanAllah, the continuation, Allah hates one who utters foul or coarse language. Allah hates the person that uses bad language, by the way. We shouldn't use, even on our regular, with our friends, we shouldn't use curse words. Allah doesn't like it. Allah doesn't like to hear us say bad words. Right, Mikhail?
Yeah.
You don't say bad words?
No.
Good. Okay. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also says in another ayah, He says to the Prophet Muhammad, and by the mercy of God, you dealt with them gently. And had you been severe and harsh-hearted, they would have ran away from you. It's only by the mercy of Allah that Allah made you, O Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, be very kind and gentle with them, because if you were harsh with them, they would have ran away. So these non-Muslims that we're going to speak to, if we're harsh with them, they're going to run away from you. They're going to run away from you. They're not going to accept, they're not going to want to hear what you have to say. Okay? And then we shouldn't, when we speak to the non-Muslims, we shouldn't just speak to them just to argue with them. Okay? We shouldn't have useless arguments. We shouldn't just argue with them for the sake of argument. We shouldn't argue with them for the sake of making me feel better, making me feel smarter. No. When we speak to them and we argue with them sometimes, we want to win something. What do we want to win? Who can tell me?
Argument with the dalail of Quran, with the dalail of Prophet Sunnah.
Yes, we use their dalail, but what do we want to win from them? Their hearts. Do we want to win arguments or do we want to win hearts?
Yeah, so with kindness, with politeness.
Yes.
This is the main thing.
Yes. So when we speak to these people, you can't be hard with them, you can't be harsh. You have to have the intention of, I want to win your heart. I don't care too much about winning the argument. I could be wrong in the argument, but I won your heart, I won everything. You see? Sometimes you will speak to a non-Muslim, and maybe he brings something to you, you don't know the answer, and you say, man, wallahi, I don't know the answer to this. And he sees the sincerity in you, and he becomes Muslim because of this. It happens. It happens, your dad, no? Yeah. It happens. So we should leave off these.
In this case, we may say, all men are not known all things. All.
Yes.
Islam is a vast ocean.
True, very true.
So we may tell him or her that I may talk to you with this matter. Talk to you later.
Yes.
Later.
True.
Yeah.
You say, listen, I don't know right now, let me go do research, I'll come back. And maybe from this sincere, position, maybe they become Muslim from this. You don't always have to answer the correct answer, because maybe you don't know it, right? Now, this is a good one. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm gonna turn the screen. Now the question is, would you give da'wah to this person on the left? Can everyone see? Do you guys see the guy on the left? So the guy on the left, he has tattoos, he has a shaven head, he has earrings, he just looks like a gangster. And the guy on the right, mashallah, he has a big beard, he has a kufi, he's a Muslim now. The guy on the left, would you ever give da'wah to him? Would you give da'wah to him? Would you?
Dawah should give to everyone.
I'm talking to the wrong guys. These guys are already du'at, bro. Mikhail, do you see this guy on the left?
No.
Come look at him. Look at this guy on the left.
Yeah.
Okay, would you approach this guy and give him da'wah?
No.
No, right? Right? That's the correct answer. If we had more people here, they would say that. That's a smart answer, yeah. But Mikhail, you're wrong. I'll tell you why, okay? You're halfway right, okay? This person, Mikhail, me too, I'll be scared to talk to this person. But we should talk to him. We should talk to him. Why should we talk to him? Because obviously he's lost, right? And he looks scary. He has tattoos, he has earrings, he has a bald head. It doesn't mean bald head is bad, by the way. Maybe some of us, we have bald heads, right? But he looks scary. But because he looks scary, we should speak to him. Because he's obviously a lost person. This guy on the right, the guy that has the beard and the kufi, mashallah, the Muslim, this is him. This is him.
Before conversion.
This is him before he became Muslim. You see, subhanAllah? So when we see people like this, it should be the first person we speak to. We shouldn't be intimidated. We should, because this person will become this person, bi'idhnillah. And historically, the harshest people towards Islam became the best people in Islam. Correct? Like who can give me some example?
Khiyarukum fil jahiliyyah. There is a hadith.
Yes.
Khiyarukum fil jahiliyyah, khiyarukum fil Islam.
Sah. Which is what in English, uncle?
Yeah.
What is that in English? Can you translate?
You translate it.
So the best of you in what?
In Jahiliyyah.
In Jahiliyyah. Is the best of you in Islam.
When it comes to Islam, he will be the best.
Exactly.
Best in Islam.
Exactly.
Like Umar radiallahu.
Beautiful. What happened with Umar? Tell me. Tell me, uncle. What did he want to do before he became Muslim?
He was going to take blood of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
He wanted to kill him.
With open sword.
Yes.
Open sword.
Yes.
He declared that I am going to take his head.
Yes. He wanted to go and kill the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is Umar. This is Umar radiallahu anh. This is the man we all aspire to be. But before he was Muslim, he was one of the biggest enemies of Islam. Subhanallah. Right?
He is the second example after Abu Bakr Siddiq.
Yes.
After Rasulullah sallam example is big example Abu Bakr Siddiq, and the second example
Umar. Yes. So he hated Islam so much to the level, he wanted to kill the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But the story goes that he went and he was on his way, and then he went to his sister, because one man on the way to, because Umar, he got mad, okay? He got very angry, because he was just fed up with the Prophet. He made the niyyah. He said, I'm going to make the intention, I will go finish this problem we have in Quraysh, this Prophet Muhammad. And he said, I'm going to go kill him, khalas. On his way to go kill the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, a man from Quraysh, he stopped him. He said, where are you going, Umar? He said, I'm going to finish this problem we have, Prophet Muhammad. He said, oh, you're going to do that? Go deal with your sister first, before you deal with Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, what's wrong with my sister? He said, she's became Muslim and she's reading the Quran. This is something big, right? What did Umar do? He went straight to his sister's home. Her and her husband, they were reading the Quran. And he went in, and he hit, and he beat, and he did everything, right? The moment he saw blood come down from his sister, he calmed down. He said, tell me, what is this you're reading? Subhanallah. And she said, his sister, she said, you can't touch this, you're najis. You're dirty, you're not allowed to touch this right now. She said, go wash and come back. He went, he washed up, he came back, and she read to him the Quran. And I believe it was the beginning ayat of Surah Taha. And he was so moved by the ayat that he wanted to become Muslim then and there. Subhanallah. So he went to the Prophet Muhammad then. He went to the Prophet Muhammad. And the Prophet Muhammad was still in a secret place. Because it was still in the time where he was giving secret dawah. And he went, and the person that was there, I believe Abu Bakr or Hamza, right? Hamza radhiyallahu anhu. And he said, Umar is here. And they wouldn't let him in. And then the Prophet said, let him come in. He came in, he became Muslim, subhanAllah. And now this is Umar that we know, that we talk about every Jum'ah. Umar did, and Umar said, and we want to be like Umar radhiyallahu anhu, right? But he was the opposite before. So we shouldn't be intimidated by these people, because they're going to become the best Muslims, okay? Now, let's do a couple role play exercises, okay guys? By the way, this da'wah thing, the whole goal is that we want you guys to give da'wah, okay? Uncle, we want you guys to come, inshallah, on Sunday with Brother Shuja', give da'wah. No problem? Inshallah? Mikhail, you come give da'wah too? Inshallah? Say inshallah. Inshallah. Fadl? You have to Fadl. How old are you? 27. Khalas. This Sunday, you have to go give da'wah for Shuja'. Inshallah, okay? Uncle, you already give da'wah, right?
I'm doing my best
from a long time ago.
From my school after at the
MashaAllah.
last class of school.
MashaAllah. But can you come Sunday?
I hope to come.
Inshallah. Khalas. Uncle? Inshallah, you come? Beautiful. Ali, you already come. Uncle? Can you come? Inshallah. Walid? Wakil? Wakil, he already, mashallah, he really gives. He doesn't need to come. He already comes. Okay. That's the whole point. The whole point is that we need everyone to give da'wah. Okay? We're not just talking for no reason. We need everyone to give da'wah. Okay? Khalas? Deal? Okay, good. Now let's do a couple of fun role play exercises, okay? So I'm going to read a scenario to you, and I want you guys to tell me the problems that you will hear from this, okay? So scenario number 1. You are on a break at work, and your friend John, okay, he asks you a question. John, by the way, John is a translation of a Muslim name, right? What is it? Yahya, right? So they took our names, by the way. John is not like a regular, like non-Muslim white name. John is Yahya. He's a Nabi. So John asks you a question. He says, why do Muslims pray? And you answer the question as best as you can. But it leads to a follow-up question. And he says, okay, why do you need to wash your feet in the sink? Can you not just, pray without washing your feet? And then you answer him. And then he says, okay, why do you need to take a lunch on Friday? And then you answer him, and then it goes on and on and on. And all you've done is answer his questions. Is there any problems with this? Shuja, is there any problems with this?
I know the answer. I was expecting like.
Okay, not you.
Any problems with
Fadl, any problems with this?
No.
I'm just trying to know.
Okay. Uncle, any problem with this?
I don't think we want to know about the things.
Yeah?
Muslims.
This one is kind of like half-half, by the way.
Yeah.
It's good. You can answer the question, no problem. But the point of the da'wah is what? The point is that because if he asks you a question and you answer, and he asks you a question and you answer, and he asks you a question and you answer, it's going to continue. Maybe it'll have no fruits. The point is when someone asks you a question, you want to have an end result in your mind. You want to have the end result in your mind. What is the end result? That you want him to become Muslim, right? So when he asks you a question, for example, why do you pray? Why do you fast? Why? You want to stop answering. You want to pause. You want to ask him a question. Okay? Because when you give da'wah, the person who asks the question is the person in control of the conversation. Okay? So, okay, he says, why do you pray? Why do you fast? Why do you do this? Why do your women do this? Why do your men do this? Oh, John, relax. Why do you care? And maybe he'll give you an answer. Okay, good. So, do you understand what Islam is? He doesn't know what Islam is. So, okay, no problem, good. I'll answer all of your questions, no problem. But let me tell you what Islam is first. You have to be a little strategic. So whenever they ask questions that have no meaning behind it, you don't have to answer everything they say. You have to say, okay, why do you care? Do you even know what Islam is? 99% they don't know what Islam is. So okay, no problem, John. Islam is 1, 2, 3. And then you can answer questions one by one. Does that make sense, guys? Does that make sense? So what's the point of when he asks you questions, what should we do? Mikhail, go.
We should answer his questions and ask him why does he care and why does he want to know.
Yes. And then do you even know what Islam is? You should give him the main argument, the main purpose. What is Islam, first of all, before you ask me anything else? Does that make sense? Okay, good. Okay, let's do another one. The next one is someone comes to you, Christian, and he says to you, a lady comes to you, and she says she believes in Jesus. Did you write these, by the way, Shuja?
Yeah.
Okay.
From experience.
There you go,
Lord
good.
and Savior.
Okay, good. So the lady, she comes to you, uncle, Fadl, and she says, I believe in Jesus and he's enough for me and he is my God. And then the da'i, he responds to her. He says, no lady, you're wrong. You're wrong because X, Y, Z, and this verse and that verse. You're wrong, lady. And how weak is your God that he died on a cross? How weak is he? You're wrong. Okay. Anything wrong with this approach?
Yeah, something's wrong.
You're insulting Mikhail, what?
It's wrong because he's like being like he's arguing and like he's being
Rude.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Uncle, what do you think?
The boy has answered
Okay.
already, but I think we should.
Because it's true what the guy said, right?
Always we should not if we say the bitter truth.
Bitter truth.
There is a sweeter truth and a bitter truth.
Allahu Akbar.
Yeah.
Oh, tell us the difference. That's beautiful.
Bitter truth.
Uh-huh.
Some people are, what do you say, worshipping Jesus as a God.
Yes.
Some are worshipping as a son of God.
Yes.
So if I accidentally encounter with this or talk with this any guy.
Yes. So there's a bitter truth.
And if I hit their belief like this.
Yes.
He will stand up to hit you.
Yes. That's true. So there's a bitter truth and then there's a sweet truth. That's amazing.
With hikmah, slowly.
Exactly. Beautiful, yes. So the problem, oh yes, uncle, go.
You spoke about Jesus, no?
Yes.
The thing that we, instead of contradicting, we can say that we also accept him, but it is mentioned in the Holy Quran
Yes.
that he is a messenger.
Yes.
And we not reject him, we not dislike him.
Yes.
We accept him.
Yes.
But we should say where we have accepted him, and we should give him the references of the Holy Quran and say that he is also a messenger.
Beautiful.
But that is past.
Beautiful. So basically, the guy, he was wrong because he was very rude to the lady. He was he approached her in a wrong way. He said something true, right? What he said was true. But even if it's true, What are we trying to do again? Are we trying to win an argument? Are we trying to win her heart? The heart. So when you come to her and you say this, you insult her God basically. This, in her mind, this is God. You insult her and you insult her belief, and she's going to hate you. She's going to see you as an enemy. Why would she accept what you have to say, right? Imagine if someone comes in and insults your mom. Are you going to listen to this guy?
No.
No, of course not. But what if he's a doctor and he says, "Uncle, you have too much biryani wallah this past month. Your cholesterol is a little high." He's saying truth, but he insults you. He says, "You're fat. You eat too much biryani." Are we going to listen to him? No way. Like, doctor, I mean, you're very rude. I'm going to go to my other doctor, my Pakistani doctor. He understands why I love biryani. Okay? But yeah, so the main thing is the guy was very rude. And we shouldn't be rude. We should be the opposite of rude when we give da'wah. Does all that make sense? Mikhail? Uncle? Does that make sense? Should we be rude or no?
You don't have to rude. We say everything politely.
You good?
If you wanna
Huh?
give a message, and if give a message in a polite way, that means you can understand.
Yes.
Otherwise, you don't.
Good, yeah. So we shouldn't be rude, right? No. Okay. Huh?
He didn't read his. He didn't read his audience correctly.
Beautiful.
He did a logical answer. Instead of relating to her, she said, "This is a woman."
Yes.
She's an emotional person.
Beautiful.
So you have to respond.
In kind.
Yes.
Allahu Akbar.
What's the response you will give?
What was the exactly?
Emotional response. You sympathize with her.
Yes.
And then you answer. From my belief.
Yes.
Point of view, this is what we believe.
Beautiful. Beautiful. How about we do this real quick? Shuja', I'm not going to ask you to be a Christian woman. Be a Christian man, okay? And tell me you love Jesus and he's enough for me, all that stuff. And I'll be the Muslim, okay? Guys, let's see this quick scenario.
Alright. Jesus died for you. He's your Lord and Savior.
Yeah, okay. Anything else?
No, you should accept him.
Okay.
He's your salvation.
And you're very emotional, right?
Yeah, full emotional.
Okay. So be a little bit more emotional.
Right. He died for you. You have to accept him. You're going to go to hell,
Okay.
Your sins are not going to be forgiven. Jesus is the way. He's the truth. He's the life.
Okay, Shuja'. Listen, Shuja'. I know this is what you believe, okay? But do you know what I believe?
I'm telling you the truth,
The truth, okay.
I care about all.
Okay, no problem. But do you know what Islam is? Do you know what we believe about Jesus, Shuja'?
What do you believe?
Okay, good. So you don't know?
No, I don't know.
Okay. Most people, by the way, they don't know we believe in Jesus as a prophet. They don't know this. So Shuja', listen, we are Muslims. We love Jesus. You see how much you love Jesus? I love Jesus more than you. But we believe Jesus was a messenger from Allah, from God. We love him, we believe in him, we believe in his message. Okay? But we don't say he is God. And you can give reasons why. Jesus Christ, he ate food. God doesn't need food. Simple things. But the point is, you shouldn't attack him straight away. Shuja', why are you talking to me like that? Don't you know who I am? No. So, okay, no problem, Shuja'. Oh, you love Jesus, Shuja'? You love Jesus, right?
Yes.
I love Jesus too. Emotion. You have to mirror their emotion. I love Jesus. Do you know I love Jesus, Shuja'? Do you know that? Or no? I love Jesus. Okay? So you have to attack emotion with emotion. And then you can slowly, break it down.
Yeah.
Right, Shuja'? What do you think?
I have just one other idea.
Yes, go ahead.
You guys can try. You remember the thing we were talking about, credibility? You can also bring credibility in the picture. So when they say Jesus is Lord, you say Jesus had a Lord. Do you agree? So Jesus said he had a Lord.
Yeah.
Do you agree with what Jesus said?
Yeah.
Now, Jesus is credible. right?
Yes.
They can't deny what Jesus said.
True.
So they're sort of now stuck and they have to use it. We're just taking them from an emotional state to a logical state.
True,
right?
true. But in the beginning, you have to be a little emotional too, just so you can be on the same grounds,
Yes.
and then you bring logic.
Yeah.
Okay? Does that make sense, Mikhail? Does that make sense, Uncle? Okay. And the last thing, okay? There's something called the Fitra. I know you know this, Uncle. Mikhail, there's something called the Fitra, okay?
Yeah.
Uncle, what's your name?
Azhar.
Azhar.
Jama Azhar.
MashaAllah, like the University Azhar.
Yes.
MashaAllah.
Very good.
Uncle, what is your name?
Abdurrahim.
MashaAllah, Abdurrahim, okay. Now, there's something called the Fitra. Do you know what the Fitra is, Uncle? Mikhail, do you know the Fitra? Uncle Azhar, do you know Fitra?
Yes.
Okay. The Fitra, Wakil, do you know Fitra? Wali, do you know what the Fitra is? Uncle, do you know Fitra?
Is it nature?
Nature.
The Fitra is something called, they translate it as the innate disposition. It's a fancy word, but it's what Allah programmed in every human being when He created every human. This is the Fitra. What
It's a fitrat.
is, okay, in Urdu, right? Fitrat.
So there is a hadith about this fitra.
Yes.
Kullu, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Yes.
Kullu mawludun, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, qala Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, kullu mawludun yuladu ala al-fitra.
Yes.
What does it mean?
So yes, the Prophet Muhammad, he said, every human being is born with a state of Fitra. And Fitra means what? It means the natural belief.
Natural phenomenon.
Natural faith, natural belief. Every human being, when he's born from his mother, he has this Fitra in him. Yes, Uncle.
There is a saying
Yes.
in our culture,
Yes.
this fitrat cannot change.
What is this culture? Pakistani?
In Pakistan,
Pakistani culture? Yes.
People say, fitrat is ki nahi badalta. It will not change. Its fitrat is like that.
Okay.
It's just like
Here it means habit.
Yeah, okay, got you.
But I say the phenomenon, it is wider.
Yes.
It's natural phenomenon, its range of meaning wider.
Yes. So this Fitra, what does it mean? It means that every human being, when he's born, he already has a belief in his heart that there is Allah. He already has this without being taught it. Allah programmed this in him already. He's born, his mother just gave birth to him, he has this belief in his heart that Allah is one, that there is a creator. This is Fitra, okay? Every one of us is born in this Fitra. When he grows up, his society changes him. So Prophet Muhammad,
Parents,
his friends, his parents, whatever it is.
got him, whatever.
Exactly. So the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he said what? Every single person is born on the Fitra, which is Islam. This is the Fitra, Islam. Because what is Islam? Who can tell me what Islam is? What is Islam? Submission.
Submission to the Almighty Creator,
Submission to Allah.
Allah.
This is Islam. That someone submits himself to Allah. So every one of us, when we're born Muslim already. But the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he said his parents will change him when he grows up, either to a Christian, a Jew, a Magian, different religions. So if every single human already, all of these humans, you see there's 8 billion humans now, plus, every single one of them when they were born, they were Muslim. And they grew up a little bit, and they became Christian or Jewish or something else, or atheist. And now we come, all of us, we're the du'at, right? We give them dawah. We're talking to people that were previously Muslim. You have to think like this. They were once upon a time, they were Muslim already. But now he's a Christian. So I need to have in my mind, I'm speaking to a Christian, but he was Muslim once upon a time. So I'm trying to knock on the door of the Fitra. You knock, until he opens. Until the Fitra opens the door and allows you. And he accepts Islam. Does that make sense? So when you speak to these people, you have to know, Allah already instilled in them belief in Allah. They know this deep down. They know this in their heart. It's true. But their hearts, uncle, is clouded. It's like the windshield. You see the windshield when you drive and it's cold? It's a little cloudy. What do? We turn on the heater a little bit. And it heats up and it clears your fog. The Fitra is this windshield. It was the clear windshield. It became foggy with their uprising, with their parents changing them. Our job, we're the heaters. We heat up the window a little bit until it becomes clear. And then they can accept Islam very easily. Does that make sense, guys? Okay. And that's why da'wah is very easy. That's why you, Mikhail, tomorrow you can go give da'wah. Very easy. You don't need to be a doctor. How old are you? 9. Yeah. You can give da'wah very easy. Because we're talking to people that were already Muslims once upon a time. So you just invite them. You say, hey, listen, this is Islam. You worship Allah. You believe in the prophets. Khalas. That's Islam. Very simple. And you'll be surprised. A lot of people, they accept Islam without you even trying. You don't need to argue with them. You don't need to give them the best argument. You can just say hi to them. You shake their hand. You tell them what Islam is. You're very kind. They accept Islam. Very simple. You can even ask Shaja. How many people it's like they're waiting for you just to say, hey, become Muslim. So many people. It's as if they're just waiting for a Muslim to talk to them. They're so quick to say Shahada. Very quick. It's as if they were just waiting for Uncle Muhammad to come to them and say, hey man, why aren't you Muslim yet? And he says, I don't know. Bismillah, say your Shahada. And they become Muslim. And then you'll see them on Friday. They'll be right next to you praying Salah. Okay? That's pretty much it. What do you guys think? Any questions? Who thinks da'wah is hard? Abdurrahman, Uncle Abdurrahman, صح? Right? Abdurrahim.
That is not hard, but it needs efforts.
It
needs efforts.
It needs effort, yes.
Efforts, and you should be not losing heart. You should not be discouraged if you have 1 or 2 cases well.
Yes.
But one thing I want to tell you.
Yes.
So not deviating.
Yes.
Dawah is 2 types. One is for non-Muslims who are not converted, but already there are Muslims who are astray.
Mm-hmm.
So that is also a dawah. People not coming for praying, people
Yeah.
not bringing our children to the masjid.
Yeah.
People, and they are now.
They need a reminder.
But in name only. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's
they
true.
don't have the basic knowledge.
That's true.
Basic knowledge.
Yeah, very true.
They need dawah. 2 types. One for the non-Muslims and one for the Muslims, already Muslims, but they have to be brought back to that in polite manner.
Yes. I'll add on to that, okay? They say, there are some, from what I understand, that da'wah is only to non-Muslims. And the Muslim, they call it a reminder. Because again, da'wah is to invite them to Islam. These non-Muslims, I know what you're saying. We just have to remind them, right? I'll say the non-Muslims we speak to though, there's 2 types extra, okay? There's sincere people, number 1. And number 2 that you'll meet, insincere people, okay? Does everyone understand the sincere, insincere, right? That means there are people that are truthful. When they ask you a question, they really want to know your answer. When they say an answer, they're saying it truthfully. These are sincere people. And these people are the people we want to talk to. These people is the people we want to give effort to. And then you have other people, insincere people. These people are, they're liars, basically. They don't want to accept Islam. And maybe they'll never accept Islam. But they want to come and they want to bother you and attack you and so on and so forth. The insincere people, you do not speak to them. Okay? I prefer this myself. Because you'll be wasting your time with them. And with time, when you have more experience giving da'wah, you can tell very fast. This person is sincere, this person is insincere. The sincere people is who we want to speak with, and we want to, invite them for pizza, we want to invite them to the masjid, we want to give our effort to. Okay? The insincere people, you really don't want to waste your time with them. You don't want to waste your time with them. And you'll be able to feel this, the more you give da'wah, you'll be able to differentiate the two.
But without talking, without spending some time with anyone, any new person, how can you understand that he is sincere or insincere?
Yeah.
You have to talk with some.
True. You have to talk a little bit, yes.
And spend some moment, some time.
True, that's true. You're very right. You do speak to them. But I'm saying once you realize, like for example, you speak to someone and you're very kind to them and you give them all the correct answers. But for example, he insults you. He insults your religion. He insults the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This person is not someone you want to continue talking to. Okay? This is the people that are insincere.
Arrogant, by nature, these people are arrogant.
Arrogant, exactly. So these people, you could speak to them, okay? Like if you're in a public area, if you're gonna debate them, it's good to speak to these people, to show your izzah, to show, hey, you can't speak about my religion like this, and I will respond to you. You can. But when you're giving, regular da'wah at school, at work, in the street, you don't want to waste your time with these people. And do you agree, Shuja?
Yes.
Okay. Good. Anything else, guys? What, you guys have any other thing you guys want to add? Any questions? Uncle? What do you think about this da'wah training thing?
Sorry?
What do you think about this? Do you like this?
Yeah, I think this is good.
You think it's going to be beneficial, inshallah?
Inshallah. I was hoping we'll be more willing to learn to do da'wah. We have a huge need.
I'll tell you why they didn't come today. There's a big game today.
That's right.
There's a Super Bowl today.
Super Bowl today, yeah.
So everyone is watching the game right now. That makes sense. But inshallah, we're going to record it. Maybe whoever can see it, inshallah. Good, guys? Now, let me ask you guys, who has given da'wah in their life? Can you raise your hand if you gave da'wah before?
To non-Muslims or non-Muslims?
To non-Muslims. Never? Never?
Indirectly.
Okay, indirectly, yes. Uncle Muhammad, you have?
Alhamdulillah. Trying from my student life.
MashaAllah. Brother Fadl, have you ever given da'wah?
Yeah, I did to my friends,
Okay,
but long back.
very good.
Yeah,
Your close friend group.
yeah, close friends.
Good, okay. Mikhail, have you ever given da'wah before? Okay. Uncle Azhar,
Yes, I did.
who did you give da'wah to?
Those people interested, I just tell them, and if they response positive, that means I teach them most of things and give it to them. Quran, that means they can
MashaAllah.
themselves.
Were they like co-workers in these type?
Co-workers.
Co-workers? Brother, have you ever given da'wah? Yes. To non-Muslim? MashaAllah. Who were they? Random people or workers or?
Random people, immigration people, police, you name it, you get it.
MashaAllah. Everyone?
Everyone.
MashaAllah, okay.
Preachers.
MashaAllah. Okay. Brother or uncle, what makes you go and you have this confidence to give da'wah to everyone? Salaam. Huh? Are you a scholar?
No, I'm not a scholar. But
So how do you have this confidence? You give da'wah to all these people, mashallah. Even you said the police officer, right?
I mean, same like you, Allah sent us in this world to do the work of dawah.
MashaAllah.
God ummul hasanat.
MashaAllah.
So this is our main duty.
But how did you give da'wah to the police officer? The police officer, he has a gun.
They know. They stop us, they say your right is broken, whatever, so I give Quran.
You give it. He stopped you at a traffic stop and you give him a Quran?
No. He tried to give me a ticket and walk.
Ya
I
Allah.
offered the Quran.
MashaAllah.
I tell me, you take care of me, I take care of you.
Really? Wow.
So many, I mean, like, 1 year ago, like,
Yeah,
30 years.
that's amazing.
Everywhere.
Did he give you the ticket? He didn't give you the ticket?
Doesn't matter, give a ticket back, give it now.
MashaAllah. Wow. You know, that's
It's the barakah of dawah.
exactly. Even though it's very funny, that scenario, but subhanallah, maybe that interaction that you did with the police officer, maybe this is what is going to make you enter Jannah.
It happened, I mean, they become Muslim a lot, right?
Allahu Akbar, MashaAllah.
Not 1, 2, 3,000, 30 years.
MashaAllah. You know, maybe even if one person, guys, if you even give da'wah to one person.
One day we went to jail, we gave one person dawah. So after 2 days we heard he became Muslim and another was in the masjid.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Subhanallah. Even one person, Fadl, Mikhail, brother, what's your name? Eric.
Yeah.
Eric. What's your ethnicity?
From Albania.
You're from Albania, MashaAllah. And you're born Muslim?
No.
What were you before?
Well, Albania, you know, they self-proclaim that they're Muslims, but they don't really have an idea exactly of what Islam is.
Yes.
So it's the dictatorship.
Yes.
Kind of like, you know, kill the ideology.
So you have to rediscover Islam. MashaAllah. Have you ever given da'wah, Eric?
I try. Every now and then I try. I'm currently working on my parents, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Inshallah,
May Allah guide them. But have you gave da'wah to like non-Muslims before? Friends?
Yeah, he's from Albania as well, so.
Assalamu alaikum. What's your name, bro?
Besnik.
Huh?
Besnik.
Besnik. What does that mean?
Loyal.
Loyal? MashaAllah.
Yeah, so we had a friend of ours who was Albanian too. He was an Orthodox Christian. He was raised in Greek, and alhamdulillah, he accepted Islam.
Allahu Akbar. MashaAllah. Amazing.
He was really good.
You know, guys, like I said, even if one person becomes Muslim on your hands, man, Yawm al-Qiyamah, you're gonna be like, I wish I did this my whole life. You know? You know the Prophet Muhammad, he said, save yourself from the fire, even with a part of a date if you give in charity. Imagine someone becomes Muslim because of you. And all of the acts he does, Salah, Zakat, Siyam, Ramadan, Hajj, all that, you get the reward for it.
Maybe it will be a usila to in the akhirah to release from Jahannam.
Yes.
To release.
Yes.
To enter into Jannah.
Khalas. Jazakallah khair. Thank you guys. Inshallah, I think we're going to do it again after Ramadan. Inshallah, we'll have more people here and we'll make it more fun for you guys, inshallah. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.
We have some snacks.